I'm going to begin this interview with some startling statistics. Did you know that in the United States, one person dies by suicide every 12.3 minutes? And here in Luzerne County, one person per week, one life per week is lost to suicide in Luzerne County. With this in mind, I'm pleased to welcome back to our studios the wonderful people who are the organizers for the 7th annual Walk to Prevent Suicide. It is happening on Sunday, May 5th at the Hazleton Area High School. Here to tell us more about it is Samantha Neiman, who is the founder of this organization and Walk. She is also here with two of her lovely co-helpers, I guess we could call them. Corrine Makeley, who is the co-coordinator for Help Stop the Silence, and Scott Massotti, who is a counselor with Catholic Social Services. Samantha, we talk about this each and every year, but it is such a vital topic. I know you told me the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so this is extremely important. Why is this important that we keep talking about it?
It's important that we keep talking about it so people will feel more comfortable in understanding that, you know, we all have struggles and it's okay to feel this way, but it's not okay to stay that way. That they will feel more comfortable to ask someone for help or support to essentially save their life.
We talk about this with you each and every year, and I always tell you you're one of the bravest people I know that comes forward to talk about this. You have your own story of loss. Your beloved son you lost, which I feel so bad that we're still talking about this, that you're still dealing with this, but this is a tragedy that affects the families for the rest of their lives.
It does. My 13-year-old son had taken his life in 2007, and a suicide death for survivors of loss is by far the most complex bereavement to deal with, because you spend, you know, every day the rest of your life asking the questions of why and what could I have done, and you know, and possibly saving his life. There's never any closure.
What you're doing now, though, is saving lives of others, because you are bringing so much awareness to this topic with the events that you host. I think this is magnificent what you're doing to help the community.
Thank you.
You brought two lovely people with you today, so we're going to talk with them. And Corrine and Scott, you both have your own reasons why you're involved. Corrine, you are a teacher for emotional support at Hazleton Area High School. So why did you get involved with this?
I got involved with this because I experienced depression for the first time probably when I was about 16 years old. And then in 2006, I lost my first friend to suicide. And after that, there were multiple more. And then when I was in college, I actually tried to take my own life. So I have that experience as well. So I met up with, once I started working at Hazleton Area High School, I met Sam. And she asked me to be a part of this as the guest speaker last year at the Walk. And that's where, you know, everything started rolling with Help Stop the Silence.
And now you are being such an integral part of this and helping other people to get through those difficult times.
So I teach 9th through 12th grade emotional support, and I think teenagers in general struggle a lot with processing their emotions. And then you throw the trauma and the kids with special needs on top of that, and it's an even more difficult population of students trying to process those emotions. And I try to continue that conversation in the classroom and open that up for them so that it's a safe place for them. So even on a daily basis, I have children that come down saying, you know, thank you for creating a safe space for me, and I couldn't ask for much more than that.
Scott, you're a counselor. You deal with this on a daily basis, but you have a story as well.
Yeah, I do. I unfortunately lost one of my good friends in high school. I was a freshman and he was as well. When he was lost to suicide, one of the things I did notice was the way our community struggled, the way it impacted our community, the way it impacted his family, the way it impacted his friends, and I realized there wasn't the resources in our area to really support individuals who are struggling with suicide thoughts of hurting themselves, depression, things like that. So yeah, it is a personal program for me as well.
Since Samantha started this, I'll tell you, I didn't know a lot about it, and I thank this lady for coming forward and teaching me the things that I didn't know as well. She has really done a lot to bring this discussion to the forefront in this community.
Absolutely. What Samantha has done with normalizing the conversation is really imperative to making it something that we can talk about in the community. I really think it's important, with my background being in marriage and family therapy, in normalizing this conversation within families.
Now, Samantha, this walk, you have really made this grow over the years. This is the 7th annual Walk to Prevent Suicide, happening on Sunday, May 5th. Who do you want there and why?
Gosh, we want the community. We want loss survivors. We want people who may be struggling themselves right now, and we want people who just support the cause. We want families. You know, it is a family event, and we will have some activities for children, such as face painting. There'll be a bounce house and some craft activities. We want anybody who is willing to come out and offer hope that day.
And to take part in this, they just have to show up, right? Do they have to do anything in advance?
Nothing in advance. They can sign up the day of the walk, which would, the registration would begin at 12 o'clock. And nothing, it's a free event. Their donations are accepted and appreciated, but not required to participate in this event.
What's your reaction over the years, like to the thing? Did you ever think this walk would be going on as long as it is and growing like it is and educating so many people?
Honestly, I did not. I hoped. You know, that was my wish from the beginning. And every year I'm just more overwhelmed at the support, and especially, you know, the openness and willingness of people to, you know, step forward now and recognize this difficult subject.
There is a program first, and you said if people don't want to walk, they can just come for the program and the information.
Absolutely. Like the registration, like I said, begins at 12. 1 o'clock, there's a short program which includes a speaker, and following the program is the walk itself. And there will be also informational tables from local area agencies.
And for those who want more information, there is a website they can go to.
Yes, it's www.helpstopthesilence.org.
Please come out on Sunday, May 5th at noon for the registration, at 1 for the walk. See and talk to these wonderful people who are here today. They want to help those who need it. So please, if you are feeling depressed or you are having, you know, any situation where you are worried about and you have no one to talk to, these are the people to reach out to. Please come out to the walk. I know Samantha is doing great things, and I know it's going to continue, but she needs the community support to make this a complete success.